Danny Wildhearts.
Hello, my love.
How are you?
I'm champion. I nearly saw there.
We just caught you off the huff there about walking around the site.
Yeah, just walking around because I can't now because I've got another leg.
Getting your bearings.
They show me a new leg off.
Great to see you again.
Yeah, and you, Dan.
We go back quite a way, don't we?
Yeah, we do, yeah.
I remember it was Kidderminster.
Kidderminster, right.
And there was about 13 of us watching the Wildhearts, you know,
right.
when Scabs was your tour manager.
Yeah, Johnny
God rest
Scabs.
him.
He passed away. I was just thinking about him this morning.
Yeah?
I'm doing a book at the moment. I'm doing a book with Guy Shanklin from Viva the Rock. We're writing a book together.
Really?
About my life story, and I was just thinking about Scabs this morning because I've got loads of classic Scabs stories. You really imagine Johnny Scabs, Johnny Wilcox. I've got millions of stories. I had a great photo of him with a teapot with no arms and no hands. I don't know how he's holding it up.
I asked where he was, and someone said he's on a boat in the North Sea.
I'm hoping he's held up with glue.
He's on a boat in the North Sea somewhere.
Yeah, he's a great lad. Yeah, he's a great lad.
I put a few bands on him. His brother's band, Slug the Night Watchman.
Oh, Slug the Night Watchman. Yeah, Stewie's brother. Yeah, Stuart. Yeah.
I put them all up at my house.
Did you? Oh, that must have been like a.
I didn't make it to work
school
the
trip.
next day.
It would have been like a school trip with no teachers, was it?
Yeah, God, yeah, I had a bad head then.
Brilliant, I can imagine. I used to sell in the local pub. They used to sell pints of Horizontal. It was like this beer, and it was called Horizontal, and you only allowed 2 pints of it. And fuck me, it worked. Like it worked. I was like 2 pints. Oh yeah, right. 1.5 pints, and you're thinking, fucking hell, the room's moving, you know.
Wow.
Brilliant.
So since those days, back in 89,
no, about 91. 91 because I joined the band in 91 and that was the first time I was starting to play.
Yeah, right. So then you've been in and out the Wildhearts.
I've been in and out like a fucking filler's elbow. Yeah. I've had 14 years out for good behaviour. 12 years out or something. Me and Ginger fell out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We had a big fallout, but never mind. We've kissed and made up now. Well, we didn't kiss, but we made up.
You're just in the Wildhearts at the moment?
I'm just in the Wildhearts at the moment, yeah. But I'm going to be doing other stuff as well. I'm going to be doing some yo-yo shows.
You're doing some?
Yo-yos.
Oh, right.
Yeah, shows as well. With 3 original members, me, Tom and Neil. But we'll be with a different drummer because the original drummer is Blood Eyes living in America and he's in KMDFM or something, or KDFM. One of them. Names, I can't remember the name of the
And the Main Grains, is that
the Main Grains? No, what happened was Gina and JJ fell out. They didn't talk for a while. They've made up now, so maybe we'll do something. But I don't know if Gina's going to be able to do it because Gina's back's really bad.
Right.
He's suffering, poor bugger. You know, and it was with the Main Grains. I mean, I was put in a position where I had to choose one, either or the other, and they're both really good, close friends. And I love them both dearly. They've both been very good to me. And I couldn't pick. I'd rather not do a band than pick one and carry on with that because it would never be the same as the original lineup.
Well, you wouldn't give it all to the one if you spread yourself too
exactly,
thin.
And it's just it would be so unfair to have to choose between Gina and JJ. I love them both. How do you? It's like choosing your kids. If you divorce, you got to see them all. You know, you can't just choose one. You know, it would just be. I couldn't have done that.
It's all go for the Wildhearts now, and it's like a big revival, isn't it?
Yeah, since I've rejoined the original lineup's back together, we're doing really well. We're playing all over the place. Yeah, we've had a couple of albums out, and we've had Renaissance Man, and then 21st Century Love Songs just come out and they went to number 9 in the charts, in the album charts. So it's going really well. We're playing really well.
Ginger won an award last night.
Ginger won an award last night, yeah.
Best singer.
Yeah, best just been out, yeah. Oh, was it singer? Was it?
Yeah.
Was it singer?
Yeah, it's a brilliant night. You
right.
should have come.
Come from a bloke that hates singing and sees that he can't. Yeah.
So, what's the plans for the Wildhearts then after this weekend?
More shows. We'll just do as many shows as we can. We've got an album to promote, and the thing is with COVID killing the Renaissance Man and dead in its tracks. We've come out. We've got #1 album in classic rock, album of the year in classic rock, and we're on tour. We're flying. We've got all our attendances were up. We're selling out venues. We're doing the best shows we had done in my lives. And then it all went to shit with COVID, like for everybody. The whole world went to shit, you know, not just the Wildhearts, you know. But
it's amazing, isn't it? When you think back in 91, there was 13 of us watching you. The Market Tavern Kidderminster, I put that one. Remember that one?
And so it's just we're going to be really busy, I think. Brilliant. So we'll hopefully touch wood.
Where are you living now? You're in London, or are you still up north?
I'm in Newcastle now. I moved from London about 20 years ago.
Right, so back up home.
London, yeah, and I moved to Hereford to get away from drinking drugs. And the first day I went out, the chef was a Wildhearts fan and he was into his drugs, so I was on the drugs in the countryside. To get too far away from drugs. And then...
So you calmed down a bit there.
I've calmed down, I'm clean now. I've been clean for 6 years. Since I've lost my leg, I've been clean. I'm not touching needle for like 6 years.
I think that's something you got to say to these young bands, isn't it?
Yeah, well, my story was mine was a mental health issue. I was diagnosed. I went undiagnosed 20-odd years with bipolar 2. I went undiagnosed. I was just taking drugs just to feel normal. I wasn't even getting a buzz. It was just so I could cope because I had a really bad acid trip, and I was really very unwell mentally. I was in a really bad place, and I was trying all these. I knew what drugs did to you by then, so I was just trying each and every drug, and unfortunately heroin worked, and it kept us on a level where I could function and feel like Danny again, feel like the old Danny again. Whereas before I was in mental illness, and I was very unwell. I was put into the bead wing in South Shields, which is a mental ward, but I was too ill to be an inpatient to be hanging on to other mental patients. I was too ill, so I had to treat it from home. I was that far gone. I was seriously bad. And I mean, I got on the right medication. I'm on an antipsychotic called risperidone, and I've got diagnosed, thank God, and I've now looked back since that for the last 7 years.
You're looking well now.
No, I'm doing great. Yeah, I've lost all my weight. I put a lot of weight on when I was in hospital as well. When I lost my leg, you think I'd come up later, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I was in for 5 months, and I was in a wheelchair, and I was just eating 3 times a day when I normally eat once a day. I couldn't walk the dog or nothing. So I was 9.5 stone when I went in, junkie thin. I was 14.5 when I come out. I was massive. Wow. I've done about 12 now, so I'm pretty much happy with where I am.
We're so glad you're still with it.
I'm still, yeah. Well, when my groin burst, I nearly died again. You know what I mean? So again.
I think that's something like I was saying for these young bands coming up, and things are happening so
Leave drugs alone. There's more for me then.
I don't know what it's like these days, but back then it
was just how it goes hand in hand.
I don't know if it's the same these days. So I think people are a bit wise up to it. I'm not sure.
I think that they're talking about it more now. You know, back in the day, it was just drugs are bad, and it's like they don't tell you that they're actually fantastic, but they lead to bad things like stopping. You know, like and addiction and all the issues that go with that. You know.
I just hope they're a bit, I
hope they're a bit wiser nowadays.
Yeah,
I hope so. Yeah, yeah, man, because it is a serious subject, isn't it? Could be. I was bad for 25 years, 26 years, on and off all the time. You know, every time I was giving up, I was going fucking bad crazy because I wasn't medicated for my bipolar. So I was just go off the scale, manic, either high or low. The highs are great because you feel like you're on cocaine permanently. You know, you're full of joys of spring. But the lows are fucking, you're lower than a snake's belly in hell. You know. Tough time to go through. You know.
What are you on now?
I'm on raspberry juice and lemonade.
What time are you on tonight? You know? You on later?
We're headlining tonight.
Headlining tonight?
Yeah, headlining tonight.
Well deserved, eh?
Yeah, well deserved. Yeah, I hope so. I'd like to think so. 30 years in my career, we should be headlining, you know.
Oh yeah,
I'd be giving up by now, wouldn't you?
Who can play? Who can follow you?
Yeah, well, I'll be playing my own version. She'll be coming around the mountain tonight. After a couple of them.
Great to catch up with you.
Yeah, anytime, mate.
Lovely to see you again.
Oh, thank you very much, love.
Always been a mate.
Thank you. No problem. No problem.
Yeah, great to hear from you. And best of luck for tonight.
Buy our records, make me rich. I'm broke.
Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome, my love.